Hi, I'm Courtney Murphy, Denver Metro Realtor, here to give you your November 2021 real estate market update for the Denver area. Forgot that part. Yes, we're in Denver, Colorado, and it's November. Alrighty, I want to remind you that we will be looking at October numbers since I won't have November numbers until December. And we're going to start off by talking about inventory. At the end of October, there were 3,376 homes on the market. This was down 14.98% from September and down 29.97% from last October. So once again, we're taking another dip in inventory. We've had a little bit of relief, and it's pretty tight. Not as bad as it was last spring, but homes are still selling pretty quick. We had 5,314 new listings in the month of October, and we had 5,790 homes go under contract. So that discrepancy there between new listings and homes that went under contract, you know, that just made our inventory drop as it did. All right, going into average sales price. The average sales price in the month of October came in at $612,719. That was down just 0.96% from September, but up 9.53% over October of 2020. So that down just not even 1% from the prior month. That's pretty typical this time of year, that we're seeing what we do normally see in the month of October, November, you know, those seasonal drops in price. The 9.53% that were up year over year is lower than we've been seeing lately. As you know, we've been seeing year over year gains in, 20%, 21, way the heck up there. That's been slowing down a little bit. Thank goodness we cannot sustain prices that are flying up 20% year over year. That 9.53, that's still historically high. So much healthier place for our housing market to be. And remember, now we already started seeing those massive gains in the market in October of last year. We were well into having those price gains. So that's another reason that the year over year is decreasing a bit too, because we were comparing it before this market just took off as it did. So just want to explain that a little bit. That average sales price, I do want to break that down just a bit to help you out, help you corner whatever you're buying or selling down to detached and attached homes. The average sales price for a detached single family home in the month of October came in at $684,700. And the average sales price for an attached home, a condo or a townhome, came in at $440,560. Days on the market. Median days on the market in October came in at 5 days. Not much of a change there. It's kind of been sitting there for the last few months, and there we are still. Should you sell your house? I mean, Thanksgiving's here. We're in that holiday season. You may be sitting there thinking, should I list my house between Thanksgiving and Christmas? Or do I wait till January? Very few people like to sell a house during the holidays, and very few people like to buy a home during the holidays. What I'd like to say is it's a different market, in my opinion. This is all just from my experience and what I see and how I feel about it, is there's a different kind of buyer and seller that buys and sells between the holidays, between Thanksgiving and the Christmas season. And those are people that need to do it. So you're usually not randomly just going to decide to sell in December, or you randomly decide, let's buy a house in December. So usually it's people that need to do it for whatever reason, maybe a job transfer, a divorce, something like that, where it's like, hey, we need to get our house sold. So sellers are typically serious sellers in the month of December, and the same thing with buyers. Maybe there's a new job starting January 5th, and they need to find a house to buy right now. So even though there's less buyers out there, those buyers need to get a house. Otherwise, most people will wait till January. So keep that in mind if you're deciding to list your house right now, that you do have that interesting December dynamic of people that are really needing to buy a house. But in January, you know, that's when the holidays are over. People are picking up and think, hey, I think this year I want to buy a house. So yes, we do have a flood of new buyers usually coming on the market in January. So you'll have more buyers. Usually those are the buyers who are maybe have a little bit more time to decide what they want. I had 2 listings this month. Both of them went under contract very fast with multiple offers over the weekend. So those things are still happening, not quite at the furious rate that it was in the spring. You know, I had a few offers, or my sellers had a few offers to choose from instead of like 20 offers. So that's kind of the difference. But still fast and furiously selling houses out there. So anywho, I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me. Oh, again, my name is Courtney Murphy, Denver Metro Realtor. If you're planning to buy or sell a home in the Denver area, give me a call. I'd love to chat with you, see if we're a good fit together. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my updates or home tours around the Denver area. Okay, thanks for joining me today. Happy Thanksgiving.